Hey everybody, I'm back. Nope. Now what? Oh. Wait, is there any way to actually get to that thing? Huh. Not sure what that was all about.
This is my kind of work.
Ah.
I got this.
Disappear.
On it. See, go.
Mind over muscle.
Damn you.
Hmm.
You called? This is where I shine. I will resist.
Ha ha. Easy. Retake. beautiful.
Hmm. This looks like that just goes straight to the boss arena. I'm pretty sure that's the boss arena anyway. I mean, the whole thing just screams boss arena. Yeah, see, you can see him from here. So then what's all this over here then?
Pretty good, aren't I?
I will defend my dream.
Are you still here?
Okay, back to real time. These things are just gonna run away from me.
This is my kind of work.
Let's see what we can do.
Durendolev.
Good guys always win.
What, that was it?
Desna, guide my hand.
Might be trap, might be treasure. Something wrong? This is my kind of work. Pretty good, aren't I? Can we retreat already?
No glory without risk!
I I got this.
To the fray!
Damn you!
I won't let you hurt my friends.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
cover me, all right?
No glory without risk.
Make your peace.
No reason to pause.
Here we go.
Don't mind me.
Are you still here?
Stab you or zap you? Why not both? Can't you just die already?
Prepare yourself.
Good guys always win.
Tactical retreat? No?
Yes?
I wonder. Oh cool, Greater Restoration does remove the Death's Door condition. Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to take a rest after that fight.
Together we stand.
Well, maybe not just yet.
You're a good person. I like you.
What's going on here?
Magritium Turinos.
I can handle it.
This is my kind of work.
Hey, all the notes.
Can't make the demons wait.
This is my kind of work.
I just know I'm gonna have to fight those things. Yep. Wait a minute.
Surrender or else.
Spell immunity? So is it just immune to all magic?
Desna, guide my hand.
I got this.
No glory without risk!
I'll remove this obstacle.
Killing is what I was made for.
What's in here that they were guarding? Hmm. I suppose this would be a good place to take a rest.
Beautiful.
Another one of those. You know what, let's go deal with Descari and then we'll come back to this.
uninterested, imposter. I know you came down from heaven and even scooped to a conversation with that flighty killer Nocticula, the Crusader goddess, and the Lady in Shadow. So that is how far you are willing to go to be rid of me.
Ooh, sounds like somebody's jealous. The goddess had a chat with Nocticula, a chat with us. But no matter how much you yell at her, you get diddly squat.
Are you puffing up your tail again, buddy? I'm pretty sure the goddess spoke with the commander, and all the while you were shaking so hard you could barely stand. Too scared to look at her.
She's just a little too bright is all. So I covered my eyes so I didn't get blinded. And the shakes, the weather was kind of chilly. There was a bit of a breeze going. Aside from that, it was nice chatting with a goddess all friendly like. Doesn't happen every day. And for some folks, it doesn't happen ever.
The sound of Descari's voice causes a reaction in radiance. True to its name, it shines brighter and brighter and begins to give off heat, as if the sword is silently singing as it prepares for battle. Hey Tanner out there, how about we fight and finish this already?
It's no use, imposter. Your efforts are futile. I heard that even your new mortal weapon, your Crusader leader, laughed at you.
What, Iomede's ignoring you? Well, aren't you a sad sight?
The imposter goddess and her imposter instruments. I know what you're made of. Mortal ambitions, mortal frailty, and fear of decay, forever imprinted on mortal souls. Even yours, once mortal Iomedae.
Here's a free tip. When a lady isn't answering you, leave her alone. Find a new object of affection.
I have begun with the mortal world, but I will not stop here. The upper planes too shall fall, and I will start my conquest with your heavenly domain. It was a mistake to equate mortals with gods. You were a mistake, imposter. As for your servant, I will begin today's feast with him.
Radiance sends out a wave of light. With joy and fervor, it welcomes the battle.
Make your peace.
Oh, I gotta re-equip Radiance on her. Deep moan bellows over the area. It feels as if the very stones of Eyes, the ancient ravaged capital of Sarkoris, are crying in pain under the unbearable weight.
Impossible! I am chaos and death! I am the end of times! I cannot be defeated!
Crystal. Deskari's blood spilled by the Midnight Bolt has turned to crystal. The Demon Lord watches with silent fear as you hold in your hands a fragment of the power taken from him. I will free this land of you, Deskari. For a moment you see in your mind's eye the square in Canabras where it all began. Except now you two have switched places. Deskari is the one teetering at the edge of a chasm while you stand firm. The vision fades, but your power responds to it and erupts in a single mighty torrent. Your body tenses, the wound in your chest bursts into flames, bleeding heavily as if trying to kill you, but can this stop you, now when you're a step away from victory? No.
This condition is irrational.
Oh, the entire arena is gone now. Storyteller. A familiar figure emerges before you. The storyteller's unseeing eyes are turned toward the city ruins behind you. It appears that despite his blindness, he perceives something that the rest of you do not. He is gone. He is no more. The demon lord has perished. He has freed our realm of his dark presence. This poor city, the capital of a ruined nation. It has become a snare for both demons and mortals. I heard the cries of the dying even before they rang out. They are dead, they have fallen along with the city, but such was the cost of this victory. What you've accomplished is unheard of, Commander, but you must not squander this chance. Forces have already gathered near Dresden to set out on the last march, into the heart of the wound. We await your return.
If everyone's waiting for us there, could you please tell them to prepare a victory banquet for us? And tell them Ivu wants a cake.
Storyteller, what are you doing here? Witnessing a story, Commander. Witnessing a story yet again.
And how does it feel, being just a witness? The way I see it, you should be making the story if you've got what it takes. What is it with you folk and stories? I hate stories. Anything exciting enough to make for a good story is best avoided, I tell ya.
Everyone has their part to play. Some must make the story, some must witness it and remember, and some must be there to listen to it afterward. What will Descari do now? He has returned to the abyss, to his rasping rifts, but he did not return the victor. The great demon lord, the usher of the apocalypse, failed to kill a mortal. He failed. I'm not sure what hurt him more, your power or the realization of his defeat. Descari is arrogant to the point of insanity, but it's more likely that he'll bide his time rather than launch another attack and risk everything. And while he's recovering, you will have enough time to complete your mission and rid us of the Worldwound. What mortals are you talking about? Who has fallen along with the city? The Order of the Flaming Lance lost its leader, and perhaps its heart. Who knows if it will rise again after suffering these losses? Many foot soldiers have left us. Who will remember their names? Who will preserve their stories? Everything is clear to me now. Good. Make haste for Dresden, Commander. Your allies are on their way there already. The story is drawing to a close, but it's not over yet. Oh yeah, let's take a look at the new stats for Radiance, since I didn't really get the chance to before.
+6 enhancement. This weapon is a +6 cold iron longsword. In the hand of a paladin or a good aligned mythic creature, it becomes a holy avenger. This sacred weapon provides spell resistance of 5 plus the wielder's class level to the wielder and anyone adjacent to her. It also enables the wielder to use greater dispel magic once per round as a standard action at the class level of the wielder. Only the area dispel is possible, not the targeted dispel or counterspell versions of greater dispel magic. Holy, a weapon is imbued with holy power. Aligned, bypass, he has extra 2d6 of evil alignment. Got a bunch of stuff to sell. Wait a minute. Nope. Commander, I'm glad to see you've returned from the Abyss. Alright, here's the deal. When we were in the Abyss, these folks discovered where the souls are being kept, the ones that were stolen by the demons. Well, I wouldn't say we discovered it exactly. I may be a cleric, but there are limits to my power, especially here in the Worldwound. However, we do know the general location. When I was looking for the souls, I had a vision. I saw a rock that looked like a gravestone, and beneath it was an entrance to a cave. I know that the rock is on the outskirts of the Winged Wood. It was not difficult to recognize the ancient forest. It's been burning for decades in an unquenchable fire started by the demons. I'm certain that is where the souls are being held. But I don't know what awaits us beneath that rock. Anyway, Elon and I have decided to go there, find the souls, and rough up any demon or cultist that gets in our way. But we'd love to have your help. So you don't have any idea what's inside the cave? No, we don't, but we can guess. Do you remember what, or rather who, started all this? The esteemed jeweler Derek Sunhammer and his damned trinkets. Well, we did some digging on him, and we believe he's one of Baphomet's cultists. Think about their methods, their magic, and their ability to infiltrate society and strike when least expected. It all sounds exactly like our jeweler friend. If we're right, we think this location might be a cultist hideout. It makes sense that he would take the stolen souls to a safe location in the wound. What happened to the bodies of these trapped souls? We were going to move them to Canabras when the Queen evacuated the city, but we couldn't. It was too dangerous to transport them. The clerics needed to focus all their efforts on sustaining the lives and health of the victims, and there were armies of demons roaming the roads. So we stayed in Dresden. Elon's brave friends protected the bodies. They defended the infirmary in your absence. Many of them were grievously wounded, but they succeeded in their task. Alright, I'll help you. I'll leave at once. I'll scout out the area and keep watch on the cave and its surroundings. I'll share my findings when you arrive. My heartfelt thanks for your help, Commander. And I should return to my duties as a cleric. I have much to do in Dresden. Oh, I'm just itching to give my blade a taste of those soul-stealing cultists. But the most important thing is that we save the victims, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Thank you, Reynard. I just want you to know I really appreciate your help. I know these cultists are our enemies anyway, but I'm glad that you're not ignoring the plight of ordinary people, like the ones who were robbed of their souls. Jana! A figure approaches you, but it takes you a moment to recognize who it is. Jana, the ill-fated deserter from the Eagle Watch. She looks very different from the last time you saw her. She is calm and collected, though her face is a little pale, and you notice a scar on her right temple, jagged and fresh. Jana, you're here! Yeah, I'm here. Sela, how can you be smiling at someone who failed you, left you to fend off demons on your own, and then told you a bunch of nonsense afterward? I thought you'd never want to see me again. I mean, I'll definitely give you a piece of my mind once we're in private, but I really am glad you're okay. Well, let me tell you why I'm here. I have business with you, or rather a request. Commander, I know about the stolen souls. I want to help you search for them. I've come to ask you if you'll let me join you and Sela on this mission. Please, give me another chance. Why do you want to join us? Because I can't stand by and do nothing. This entire story began with us, with our League of the Inspiring Cart. Then I got cold feet and abandoned you, and then you saved me in the Molten Scar. If I don't help you now, I'll feel like I've been written out of my own life story. Very well, I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself. Go with Elon and help him. We'll meet you there. Really? I won't let you down. We're not just saving a car full of booze this time, this is much more important. But that just means we have to succeed. Failure is not an option. Reynard, in my dream, a fire destroyed almost everything. The only thing that survived was a table. I've returned to my dream world so many times, the nightmare still lurks there, but I want to understand why this table is so important. Why did it survive the fire? I can't figure out what makes it special. It looks like a simple piece of furniture, it just stands there. What is it supposed to mean? What am I doing wrong? Is your nightmare still attacking you? Not openly. It still lurks in the shadows, gnawing at my soul from within. It never leaves me alone, but it hasn't tried to fight me again. Would you like to enter your dream again? I don't think that will help. We've already been there together and... No, there must be something else. I must look at it from a different side. But how do you find the other side of a dream? The other side of a dream is called reality. Perhaps this table represents something that you're supposed to do in real life. You might be right. But what exactly should I do? Find a table? Buy one? Perhaps I should learn the craft of a carpenter and make one myself. So many possibilities, and I don't even know where to begin. Perhaps Desna can help you solve this riddle, but she was the one who asked me to solve it. I don't think she's going to tell me the answer. I must find it myself, but how? Where did this table come from? Where did it come from? Oh, I remember now. There was a loaf of bread on that table. That was Anevia's dream, remember? She said she wanted to learn how to bake. The bread went up in flames along with all the other fragments of her dreams, but the table remained. If this table came from Anevia's dream, perhaps you should talk to her. I've been living among mortals for a while now, but there's still so much I don't understand about your kind. How you live, what you dream about. You're right, we should ask Anevia. It is part of her dream, after all. That's a good idea, but could you please talk to her instead? I don't even know how to begin a conversation like this. It's so personal. please ask her, and I will stay nearby. I love how Anivia is just right there, listening to all of this. Oh right, I'm supposed to go there again. Let's see, Nemarius's blazing spirit still lives within the relic forged from his burning brand. 3 spellcasters, a fierce priestess of Callistria, a wise druid, and a sinister necromancer have arrived in Dresden. All 3 are asking permission to cast their spells on the relic, and the commander has to decide to whom to grant this privilege. Whenever the wielder of this +5 vicious weapon... I don't like vicious weapons. +5 flaming burst weapon. Goes for catch on cursed fire, which makes it unable to cast spells for 1d3 rounds. +5 axiomatic weapon marks it with obedience. Such a mark can only be on one target at a time. If the bearer of this mark tries to attack the owner of this weapon, it must pass a will saving throw, or suffer -3 penalty on attack rolls and -8 penalty on damage rolls for 2 rounds. It doesn't really matter. Nobody uses tridents. I guess we'll go with the druid. The wise druid summoned primordial flame from the plane of fire and poured it from his hand onto the relic. Engulfed, all of Nemarius's malice turned to ash, and the vessel with his spirit was purified and filled with frightening radiance. How's Irabeth doing? She's as stubborn as a paladin. She just got back, but she's already raring to get back into the fight. But I'm not letting her out of my sight for now. I'm gonna be her shadow till she's old and gray. I'd like to go find the bladesmith's workshop so I can upgrade Finian again. Because Finian kind of sucks right now. He keeps just passing harmlessly through enemies. The gates of Dresden are open wide, and the army that came back from Eyes is standing before you. Hundreds of eyes are watching your triumphant return to your city. The welcoming crowd looks joyful yet hesitant. From time to time, someone breaks into song but quickly falters or starts cheering and sheepishly stops. The Crusaders of Mendev watch you and your followers with respect clearly born out of fear. They greet you with a crisp salute.
Welcome. I see you have returned. You once again saved me from death, and our army from inglorious defeat. I cannot call your methods flawless, but there is no denying they brought us victory when almost all hope had been lost. All hail the commander! Long live our hero!
Queen responds with a sharp salute, and all her knights follow.
But now the crusade must face threshold. It is time for the final confrontation. The last bloody and decisive battle. few of us will come back alive. Give us all a few words before you lead us on what is to be our final push.
Friends, know that nothing is impossible. The corruption and demons will be gone, and what used to be called the Worldwound will become blossoming fields once more. Only one final push remains, so let us make it together. We are one.
Yes, just like real heroes. Because we are real heroes.
I wish to remind you, I'm not an overlord. I am not here to rule, but to aid and inspire you. After we close the wound, I'll let the path of adventure carry me onward. It will lead me away, just like it brought me to you.
That's right, we need a leader, not a ruler. Lead us, Commander.
The storyteller appears behind you as if from nowhere. I have become witness to astonishing things. What happened here is more than just a story of mortal triumph over demons. I now realize that you are not just a leader with unusual powers. You are the living harbinger of change. Indeed, you are so fickle that you have rallied all kinds of different allies to your cause. Your power reminds me of a spring wind. It wipes away the dust and heralds the coming of a new season. I hope we'll get to see it soon. A spring in the lands thought poisoned and long dead. That reminds me, I have another page for the storyteller. Can I? Nope. Alright, I gotta rest before we head out. For that, though, there's something I wanna see here. Yeah, I didn't know this before, but apparently there's a limit on how many fortresses you can have. So I'm gonna have to be careful about where I put them. Citadel, garrison archery range, watchtower. Ah, shit, I should have put the garrison archery range here. Oh well. That's gonna take 5 days to finish all of them. Oh, and Galfrey's here now. Dresden. I remember the early days of this city. How strange to think that it's younger than I am. This isn't the first time I've seen it prosper, and I hope never to see its final fall. You look sad. I hope I'm not spreading sadness around me like a plague. We all must steel ourselves for the final push, but it's not easy for me to keep up the facade of equanimity. In my heart, I can't shake the feeling of, well, autumn, of falling leaves, of winter approaching. I suppose this must be normal for an old woman like me. What awaits us at Threshold? We can only guess, but I am not fond of guessing. The Threshold Fortress is the source of all our troubles. It was where this all began, and it is where this must end. But in the 100 years of crusades, we still haven't the slightest idea what it has become. The raging magical energies so heavily altered it that no spells or living scouts have been able to approach it. What are you going to do after our victory? Perhaps I'll plant nasturtiums and get a canary. I really don't know, Commander. Right now I'm looking at the looming storm clouds. As to what comes after, let us worry about it after. You remember this?
Wherever did you get this? I thought this relic was destroyed many years ago. How strange it is to see it whole again. At one time, it gave me hope. I am pleased that this object will serve the crusade once more.
I had a vision of Iomade giving her covenant to you.
I was young, and did not fully understand the magnitude of the duty that had been entrusted to me. Iomade gave me hope and strength to see me through the trials ahead, and in so doing, she won my everlasting loyalty.
Do you still remember the oath you swore in battle?
Always. No matter how arduous, no matter how dark the skies, no matter how much blood flows from my wounds, I shall stand with you. We shall fight for our loved ones and our friends, for the right to live and die free. We shall do everything we possibly can, and after that, we shall begin to do the impossible. And if the hour should come when our arms can no longer raise our swords, our bodies will become a shield to cover those who still have strength to fight. I, Golfrey, Queen of Mendev, swear this to you. This is my vow.
You withstood a blow from Arilu Vorlish in that battle.
I would proudly declare that to be true, and say that even Arilu Vorlish could not kill me on her first attempt. But to do so would be boasting. I was protected by my goddess. However, I was glad to see that, no matter how great the betrayer of humanity's power, it is nothing as compared to Iomede's might.
What does the Covenant of the Inheritor do again? I feel like I kinda need to know that before I decide whether or not to hand it over.
Let the Covenant's restoration into my hands be a good omen for this war. I thank you. I shall ask the priests to offer prayers for you, that Iomade may send you strength and fortitude in the coming battles.
see. +2 bonus to caster level checks made to overcome spell resistance. Their weapons become good aligned and count as if they were made of cold iron. I got a bit of experience for doing that though, but what happens if I keep it?
Wherever did you get this? I would always. I would. Then so you shall. What matters is that the covenant of the inheritor has been recovered. Perhaps it should be in your hands now, because you have greater need of it. But should you ever feel that you no longer need this relic, I ask that you give it to me. I would be delighted to touch it again.
So I can just hand it over at any time then. Maybe I'll do that before I head into the final dungeon. Apologies, Commander, but an ambassador of a certain nation demands to see you. A nation that we considered to be our ally. At least they came up with the outrageous proposition we're about to discuss. Isker greets you, Commander. My name is Nara Kor. My lord, Hedvend VI, steward of Isker, bid me put myself at your disposal. Isker regards Mendev as a trusted and loyal ally, and our nation will not leave you in your hour of need. The war has brought chaos and anarchy to the lands of Mendev, and we stand ready to come to your aid. The Isgari Expeditionary Corps is ready to assume control of Neurosian and the larger Mendevian cities to restore order and a central authority. But to avoid a diplomatic misunderstanding, we ask that you accept our help and allow us to cross Mendev's borders. Mendev is quite capable of dealing with its issues without external help. Commander, I must ask that you to send your own forces to the capital. Don't put the nation into the hands of foreigners. I wish I could believe you, but this looks all too much like an attempt to steal my country under the pretext of rendering assistance. Saving Mendev benefits all nations of Avestan, so why does it have to be only one country that helps us? We'll ask all our neighbors to send us their trusted servants who will resolve the crisis and keep an eye on each other, preventing any temptation to exploit our lands and resources. I am not particularly enamored of the idea of calling in outsiders to instill order in our country. Before I know it, I'll no longer be a count, and some disagreeable foreigner will be living in my estate. I imagine other nobles will relate to these concerns, so why don't we ask them for help? Whatever coat of arms is on the banners of the people who bring order, it's all the same to me. If they can take care of the people, let them come and help. Patriots should have thought about that back when their country wasn't plummeting into oblivion. These sneaky weasels thought they could get their mitts on our turf while we're out here fighting in this dump? Like hell they will. Once we're done with the war, we'll skim Mendev ourselves, thank you very much. And if these unwelcome helpers show their faces, you just say the word, Chief, and the people will give them the pitchfork. The common folk love Isker about as much as I love donating to charity. Galfrey, I'm glad to see you at a council meeting. The work of this council is not only about the crusade, but also about Mendevian politics, thus it seemed appropriate that I attend. I have already warned Lady Konomi, however, that the final word in the decisions of this council is yours. I could have let her know that much, much earlier.
I would like to hear from the ambassador. Ask. I can explain our strategy, provide our view of the current situation, and vouch for the honesty of our intentions. What made you think Mendev needed your help? My nation has suffered through grueling goblin wars, and I saw what they did to Eisger. Right now, Mendev is worse off than my homeland was back then. The recent upheaval in the capital was just the first sign of the insurrection. Soon it will spark in the provinces. The city garrisons can't maintain order. The best people went to the front lines, and only the incompetent stayed behind. The population is evading taxes and drafts, and future harvests are at risk. There will be famine, then anarchy, and then Mendev will be no more. But we, Eisger, remember the meaning of honor. Our nations have agreed to support each other, and you didn't let Anderen rabble-rousers bring this friendship to ruin. We're willing to help. What do you gain from all this? I'm an officer, so I won't mince words with you. You're Avastan's shield, and if you fall, the burden of this war will be ours to bear. Furthermore, we as Gary believe in the necessity of order and discipline. Mendev's collapse will lead to chaos. It will create new river kingdoms that will spread the plague that is anarchy. Hey, don't you talk shit about the river kingdoms. Fuck you. And furthermore, Mendev must endure for the good of all of us who are united in our adherence to order. On what conditions do you intend to assist us? A limited military contingent will take control of all major cities in Mendev. Sabotage and corruption will be eliminated, and authority over the respective territories will be given to a network of military security forces, subordinate to the headquarters of the Isgari army in Nerosian. Naturally, the headquarters will cooperate with the Royal Council and act solely based on its approval. Once Nerosian is capable of keeping Mendev under control, we'll head back home. No demands or indemnities will follow. Why do you need my permission? We must follow the law. No matter how noble our intentions are, we have no right to interfere in the matters of another country. We need to be invited, or it would be considered an intervention. No one except you has the authority to do it. The political status of the Royal Council is too questionable at the moment. Ah, so you're like vampires. You need to be invited in. I hope you understand that all these courteous speeches are just a velvet glove wrapped around an iron fist. Thank you for this generous offer, Ambassador, but I have been on the throne for too long to trust such gifts. We all know that even the best of rulers too often forsake honor for political advantage, and I am warning the commander against accepting your aid. Let's see what the council has to say. I hope all its members are aware that the fate of Mendev is at stake. Socio, elaborate on your idea. We invite one country to help, and it will try to subjugate Mendev. We invite all of them, and everyone will be watching the others jealously, stopping them from taking what they shouldn't. Avastan wants stability, and if Mendev falls under the influence of any external power, that stability will be disrupted. No ruler will refuse to send their best representatives, otherwise they'll lose control of the situation. Together, those people will bring Mendev back into shape, and after that, who knows, they might even give some advice to our generals. But most importantly, they won't allow each other to profit off our misfortune. Or, and this is much more plausible, they will ransack Mendev piece by piece 10 times faster. It's fascinating how swiftly sovereigns can forget their differences when presented with the opportunity to rob someone else. Darren, will the nobles be able to solve the nation's predicament without outside help? For all the things people say about my social class, we have one particular quality. Any aristocracy has strong ties to its country. Family estates are our roots, and they run deep in the ground. Bloodlines are the shoots that grow from local history. So yes, the nobility can solve this predicament, for they possess not just experience as rulers, but the will to rule. If you wish to bolster their fervor and win some loyalty, give them new lands here, on the territories reclaimed from demons. Then their ties to you will be almost as strong as they are to Mendev. So the main incentive for the nobility to save Mendev will still be pride in the thought of keeping their lands. I'm not sure if that is a solid enough footing. Surprisingly sound reasoning coming from you. However, it is one-sided. Not all Mendevian nobles are driven by ambition and the desire to preserve their estates. Many will rise to protect their homeland for no reason other than the call of their conscience. Lan, are you suggesting we allow Isger inside Mendev's borders? I believe them. Mendev is not much of a prize when there's a demon army hanging out at its doorstep. If they wanted to expand their territory, they could have found an easier and wealthier target. So I don't think they're lying. It would just be too costly for them if Mendev were to fall. So here they are, doing their duty as allies. And hey, we might meet a couple of brave warriors in the ranks of the Isgari who will agree to join our war afterward. You're honest but naive, warrior. You have yet to learn that the guile of mortals knows no bounds. No matter how strong the voices of reason and conscience, the call of greed is often stronger still. Nice going, Scales. Keep licking those boots. When the devils take over, they might even make you a taskmaster instead of a common peon. Chief, come on now. Send the Isgari packing already. We let 'em into Mendev and they'll be barking orders the next day. Isger was formed by an expeditionary force, and it has always served one purpose and one purpose only. The expansion of Cheliax's territory. Do not delude yourself. For Isgari, Mendev will be just another seized region. Woljif, why do you oppose Isger? 'Cause I know their masters. Cheliax wants to get its grubby hands on Mendev and us, and Isger are their flunkies doing all the dirty work. Chelaxians are greedy. If something finds its way into their pockets, there's no getting it back. But if we're not into the idea of marching to the Devil's Tune in the near future, we better rile up the people. Mendevians just love kicking tieflings around, don't they? Well, how about they work over some devils as well? I'm not surprised that a sneak and a thief is against having a country brought back to order. It's easier to nab something in all the hubbub, eh, Woljif? Lady Konomi, what are you expecting from me? I'm not denying the fact that Mendev is in the middle of a severe crisis. However, we must solve this problem on our own, without involving foreign powers. Neurosian did all it could to help Dresden, and now it's time to reciprocate. I ask that you give the order to all newly formed detachments standing ready to set out for Dresden, but to march to Mendev's major cities instead. They will put things back in order by themselves and remind the people that the Crown's authority remains strong. I understand that you will have to hold out here without reinforcements until the disaster passes, but such is the cost of our nation's salvation and independence. That's a fantastic idea. I'm sure our soldiers will have plenty of time to put things in order before the demons arrive. I mean, it would be so embarrassing if they came to Neurosian and said, "Ugh, all these riots, what a mess." Galfrey, what are your thoughts on this? The proposal certainly looks tempting. A helping hand offered when it's most needed, no strings attached. But I must have been wearing the crown for too long, it has spoiled me. I cannot help but search for a hidden threat in this gift. Politics is a dark and duplicitous business, and if it were up to me I would have steered clear of it. However, duty required that I learn the craft, and as an experienced monarch I give you this warning. Do not believe honeyed words. If you retain even a shred of hope that Mendev can handle this alone, refuse the help of outsiders. You really are on edge, aren't you, dear cousin? I've heard enough. Then I hope you will defend Mendev in this hour of grave danger as you've done many a time before. Let's see, all generals gain the Excellent Advisor's feat. The general has a +10 bonus to power. New lands for the nobility. Recruitment growth for trainable units increases by 1% for each captured region. Sisters of the Golden Erinyes. Monks with high defensive potential. Unlocks Mendevian Cavaliers, excellent cavalry that can deliver pinpoint strikes against enemy lines. Restoring order, recruiting trainable units is prohibited for 2 weeks. Recruitment growth for trainable units reduces to 0 for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks pass, all trainable units gain the Best Sons of Mendev feat. Unit has a +20 bonus to combat morale. I am not into the idea of losing recruitment for 2 weeks. This looks like the best option, both gameplay-wise and story-wise. Socio, summon 4 Indelicates to resolve the crisis and keep an eye on these uninvited helpers. I'm certain the rulers of Avestan will send their best envoys to solve our troubles. They will put the country back in order, help our generals with valuable advice, and make sure no one tries to exploit Mendev's weakness. Thank you for maintaining your faith in Mendev. We will know soon whether or not this decision was prudent. Will Mendev survive this crisis, or is it doomed to fall? Once the outcome becomes apparent, I will report to you immediately. Alright, I gotta go take care of something. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, there wasn't any way to get there from there. Maybe from here.
Let's see if I can take this demon army out. Nice. Good. Having wiped out the cultists, the Crusaders discover many blood-streaked golden idols. The soldiers fire up the camp forge and toss them into the flames. The heat of the forge melts the blasphemous statues down as the fighters cheer and whistle. What's this now? A scouting party has discovered a blood spring that heals wounds and can even save those who are terminally ill. The healers are asking for permission to use this blood in the making of healing potions, but there are numerous accounts that those healed by the waters of this spring have become hateful and ruthless. Yeah, I don't think I should. Despite its useful qualities, the blood spring frightened the soldiers. The knowledge that they will not be forced to drink blood potions has lifted the spirits of many. Alright, let's see if I can take this fortress. Oh! Awesome. One of the prisoners informs the soldiers that the captured fortress was called the Castle of Desires. A cunning Glabrezu tempter turned all the mortals that lived here into slaves in exchange for granting their deepest wishes. Of course, all his promises turned out to be lies and illusions. Yeah, this would be another good place to turn into a fortress so that I can set up a teleportation circle. Oh boy, I'm not sure I'll be able to win this one. Well, shit. Shit, I forgot to save after the last one. Hopefully I can pull this off again. Even better. There we go. Okay, well, I'm sure I'll be able to get to the bladesmith's workshop from there. Let's go this way. All the land around is strewn with shards of magic crystals. They were brought here in huge quantities so the demon-worshipping spellcasters could draw power from them and summon elementals to serve them. They had no time to finish the last ritual, so a portion of the magic crystals fell into the Crusaders' hands. Don't think that's possible. Oh, that doesn't lead there anyway.
You feel sorry for the cultists. What about the demons? Do you pity them as much as their victims?
How can you not feel sorry for anyone? Is there anyone in this world who isn't suffering?
Oh, wow. While the captured demons beg for mercy, they give away extremely valuable information, revealing all the secrets and tricks of the enemy. The officers memorize every word. In the coming battles, they will have a chance to test the new knowledge in practice. Nice. Malicious mages used to live here, all kinds of outcasts, practitioners of forbidden magic, and scoundrels who knew no fear of gods, and were eager to sacrifice their souls in exchange for arcane power. Now they are all dead, and with utmost care the soldiers examined their trophies, magic labs, storages of artifacts, and occult libraries. Yeah, it's the skeleton merchant again. Full plate +5. Yeah, I'm not sure that's worth it for the loss of spell resistance. This +5 adamantine chain shirt makes its wearer immune to ability score damage. That sounds useful. I'm pretty sure Arushale and I are the only ones who wear light armor, and that's a little too useful to get rid of. And it has a lower max dexterity. So that adds 9 to my armor class. Yeah, I think that would actually remove 1 from my armor class. Like +1 to AC, but then -2 to Dex. Yeah, I think I've seen enough here. Oh. Because I can upgrade a outpost. Alright, well I think I'm gonna leave it there for now. And then explore the bladesmith's workshop later. So thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you all again some other time.